Before he even opens his eyes, he cancels Donald Trump in his dreams. By the time his alarm goes off, he's thinking of all the places he'll go today to hunt down conservatives. He rolls out of bed furious because somebody online said men can't get pregnant, and straps on a mask. He keeps it on all day, even somehow while eating. Then he checks his phone, and guess what? Today is January 6th, 2021. Again. He goes to the kitchen, and instead of having coffee, today he has a cup of gender fluid. As he sips, he listens to an inspirational speech from Kamala, who encourages him that now is the time to be doing what we have been doing, and that time is every day. And he does plan to do exactly that. After this, he walks his dog, and he does a TikTok of his vegan dog wearing a pride bandana while explaining its complicated gender situation and how they are trying to figure it out.
He was going to add one more color to his hair, but decided that would look stupid.
After doing a rant about how evil all meat eaters are, he proceeds to take out the most ultra-processed, completely artificial, defrosted soy-stuffed chemical patty and eat it while calling Dr. Shaboinki to schedule a doctor's appointment for malnutrition. It's still not clear if he has a medical degree or is just a doctor in gender studies. But even through all his health struggle, he comforts himself that he's not like those monsters that kill innocent chickens, and at that point, he remembers that it's time for his daily abortion, somehow, just in case. And so, he puts on an outdoor mask over his indoor mask and bravely enters the dystopian world that was supposed to end 5 years ago because of climate change. Then he jumps into his electric car, proudly convinced it's saving the planet, never minding that building the batteries pumped out more toxins than a gas car will in its lifetime. And he heads out for his first abortion of the day. On the way, he passes by a gun store and scoffs, because he wants all guns banned because if the government forces everyone to turn in their guns, the bad guys will turn them in too, and it will become so safe. And the only one with guns will be the government, which they'll only use them for pure and righteous reason, so we're safe. He would go to work, but there is too much work to be done out on the street with a bright rainbow poster. Besides, he lives in California, so he doesn't need to work. He finally arrives to the center of LA and starts filming TikToks and leading chants against billionaires while tweeting it all from his $1,200 iPhone. She does not understand why the government won't take away all the billionaires' money and distribute it among the people. She firmly believes they do not deserve the money that they have. Their protest reaches a group of street chess players, and they start chanting, "Boycott chess," because the white pieces move first, and they called for all pieces to be the same color. After the protest, he orders a $25 organic vegan salad delivered in 6 layers of plastic wrap by a diesel truck and has his well-deserved lunch. As he is walking home, he sees a sign on the sidewalk, "Manhole open," and immediately attacks the construction workers there. He says the sign is very uninclusive and should also be a woman hole. As he speaks, he steps back and falls in, yelling something about his degree in gender studies. At home, before moving on, he records a TikTok about being off social media for mental health. After he finishes uploading, he closes his laptop, knowing he did absolutely nothing all morning, and calls it activism. In the afternoon, he takes his kids to a teach-in about why school shouldn't have grades, tests, doors, homework, curriculum, or any kind of structure or discipline. Right after that, he finds out 4 of his family members voted for Trump, so he expressed his tolerance and open-mindedness by blocking them on his phone. They're lucky they didn't get canceled. Then at 3 p.m., during yoga, he keeps his mask on and whispers his pronouns to the ceiling fan, calling it meditation and blaming his instructor for cultural appropriation because he's not from India, but neither is he, but he won't talk about that. In the afternoon, he takes a break from activism by turning on his ring light and recording a tearful monetized apology video for calling his dog Good Boy after it transitioned to a queer gender-fluid socialist squirrel. Right after, to take a break from his stressful, productively overworked day, he watches the latest episode of Jimmy Kimmel. He is so funny. Then, in the evening, he goes to get his vaccine booster because he thinks that will finally solve all his health problems forever, even though it's 2025 and none of the 23 boosters he's taken helped yet. But he trusts the process. He spends the rest of his night complaining about how hard his life is and asking for even more handouts online. Finally, he goes to bed under his rainbow-weighted blanket, comforted by the thought that tomorrow he can get offended all over again.